episode of the Spicy Waitress Diaries.
Today is our first birthday episode and we have the lovely May with us. May is a topless waitress for Envy.
She's been working with us for how long now?
Do you think I started?
You've known Opal for a bit.
Yeah. How long have I had Top Shelf? Like 3 years? Yeah.
So 4 years?
Yeah, I would say 4 years. Since I started dancing like 5 years ago. So it's probably just after, literally the minute Toppies were a thing.
Yeah. And you also work at the club?
Yes, I work at Men's Gallery.
Well, what's one of the things that you found good working for Envy?
Everything. Organised. You guys are great to work for. Very good at communication and super supportive.
We love that. So in 1 year, we've actually done quite a lot. And I remember the first time I met you was at our shoot.
Yes, it was actually really good to obviously meet the partner, you know? And yeah, you were so friendly and that was such a fun shoot. I think all the shoots I've seen you guys do are insane. Like,
I love shoot days. Honestly, they're my favorite days. Obviously, we get to meet all the girls and stuff. But like when I get to like get creative and like create the content that yeah.
You're very good with that. Like when it comes to ideas, I was like, everything you've done is always out of the box, very unique to like.
I don't know what it is, but it's like all agencies literally they don't even create their own content. It's almost like they reuse the girls' stuff and it just looks very like boring sort of thing. So
Comments being like, I love the footage, like keep going, because we started doing like funny stuff, reels, and then all the hot stuff, obviously. But like we just did our birthday photo shoot and that like I get cake in the face.
It shows like exactly what you want guys to see. Because at the end of the day, like there's so many hot women out there, but personality, who like all that extra is what you need. Because that's like such a sex drive to be like, oh, like she's also funny and she doesn't care about getting dirty. Like all the fun shit to it.
and you have OnlyFans as well?
Do,
How long have you had OnlyFans?
Same, about maybe 4 or 5 years. I started OF just after I started dancing. It was more like I did a shoot and I was like, this is cool. Like, I really liked it. And it was just like lingerie, but I was like, oh, I might as well do OF. So it's been a while, yeah.
So it's very like different, obviously, OnlyFans and topless waitress scene, but they go hand in hand so well, like here in the industry. Have you found like doing your OnlyFans has helped boosted jobs? Like people
100%. I think vice versa. Like there's a lot of guys I've met at the club who have then, or doing jobs, who have then turned into subs. And the same way, like I've been at a job and I'd be like, yeah, I do OF. They're like, oh, okay, like I would love to see, like if you're doing this in person, like I would love to see what else we can do.
Yeah. It's almost like, I think of it as like making money. It's like passive. It's making money when you sleep. And like if you do have both platforms where you're working in person and then like when you're not working, you can still kind of make that, generate an income. Yeah. So it's actually a really smart idea.
And like free advertising when you go to jobs. You'll get paid to advertise actually. Yeah. And you're showing all the goods because you do shows as well. Like you're a showgirl and a waitress for us. So do you want to explain what your show is that you provide?
Yeah. Well, I do just a show myself, which I can do with toys, cuffs, handcuffs, whips, all that fun. What is it? Do you have a name for it? I don't have a name for it. I actually don't know. I actually don't.
Special.
The May special. Because it is kind of, I don't think I like.
Well, I've done like a new style for our shows actually. So we do like different tiers. So we got the mild, the triple X and the hardcore, but it's like silver, gold, hardcore. And I've just like done, you've got fruit, veg, dom, and then just triple X. Is probably what yours is. Like just the original orange. Yeah. Triple X, it was silver. And then you also do a lesbian show.
I do. I love doing those shows. I also do love dumb shows. I think it's where my like little bit of more like cheeky sassiness gets to come out because I am already like, I like my normal shows, they're sexy and they're vibey, but I don't get not as cheeky. Yeah. And then we add a bit of dom and it's great. But the les shows are always fun. It's it's good to bounce off of someone that you're close with as well, and the energy's always high.
Yeah, and you have a partner for that, so you just stick with that one partner and you girls go together. Yeah. They booked anything too, like you did a travel one.
Yeah, which was so fun.
To Epping. You drove?
Yeah, we drove along the Murray.
Murray, yeah.
That's
on a boat?
Yes, it was on a boat. Those guys were amazing.
Yeah, they were a big group.
They were so fun. They picked us up on their little jet boat, brought us out to the houseboat. Like, they were really good and they were so easy to work for. They all got involved. And
so you're obviously, big on social media, big on OnlyFans. What is something that we wouldn't know about you?
I'm like obsessed with cows. So I'm not sure. I got a little cow tattoo. If anyone sees it in my photos, they're probably like, what the hell? I've been obsessed with cows for almost my whole life, to the point like my house is full of cow little teddies. I have just cow stuff everywhere. So if anyone is sub, you would see in the back of my photos, it's like I got cow stuff.
You're going to get a pet cow?
I want, instead of a dog, I want a fluffy cow.
Hello cows.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. Every stripper has a funny story. Like, what's a highlight from your year? Like a funny story that's happened.
This is actually recent. It was like a group of guys. Obviously, I feel like, you know, when you have guys who are like obviously put together, but they're like kind of a bit freaky, like they like to be slapped and like all that. There was a group of 3 guys, and one of them was obviously the one that was like, okay, boys, like we need to do this. He wanted us to use the bath water. We had like done like the little soap bath show thing.
Shower show, yeah.
Shower show. And he wanted us to like pour it down on him and like spit it in his mouth. And I remember like, no, and he got like fully on his knees and he was like, please, like this is like what I need. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I want you to spit the soap into my mouth or spray it in my mouth. And I was like, what? And his friends are just saying, they're like, yeah, he really needs this. And he's like fully like begging for it.
Did you charge him for this?
Yeah, of course.
How much did you charge?
We just added, it was like an extra $50, but we were like, you know what, we'll do it. Yeah, so we're in the, like, we're like spraying, like putting soap on us as coming. He's like, no, put it in my mouth. Like, I want that soap. It was the weirdest. It was the weirdest, but like, such like, what the
He's
hell?
been a dirty boy.
Exactly.
All of his friends were so like,
They were just like, yeah, he's like that. Like, and it was the fact that they were that guy.
he was that guy out of the group.
Yeah, they were all kind of into like, we were like slapping them and stuff. They were all like into it, but he was just like, they were like, he really wanted the extra. I don't know if it's funny or if it's weird, but it's like definitely something that's like, it's freaking weird.
Those people, you really got to get them as subs, because then you can just like spitting on camera and he's like, yes, like make that one. Hold on to those ones.
Yeah. Did you get weird requests sometimes? Like a toilet request, which I've heard is like semi-popular apparently. But this guy wanted me to like act like his mouth was like the toilet bowl. And I was
We might have the same guy.
oh, that I was like shitting into the toilet, like shitting into his mouth. Like that's what he wanted.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, I did do it. Yeah, no, he wanted to.
No, Dusty.
You're like, do we have the same hygiene? No. Yeah, I need to tell him to swallow my shit, and then like I'm seeing on his face like shitting on his mouth.
And he was getting off to you like, is this playing into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so he just paid you for you to like play it off and just kind of pretend you were doing
Yeah,
it.
pretend I was.
Wow. So the imagination was enough for him to.
Yeah. She wants to.
You didn't actually shit. You
No,
didn't
I didn't.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so the video is like me like on top of the camera, kind of like being like you need to swallow my shit. Like I've in this. Like you.
I think I've actually had like someone message and like ask for that stuff and wanted me to come to like a hotel and be like, can you just shit and then I can eat it?
Yeah, it's so mental. See, I reckon this would be that his dream fetish would probably be that exactly that. Like what you're acting out. He would be the person who'd be like, can you?
The nice stories that I've heard, like back in the day, I was chatting to a friend who was telling me, like, he's like, you have no idea, like the people who go get this stuff, like some lawyers, magistrates. Yeah. This girl that he knew, she worked at an escort place, and this guy paid her $2,000. She would she didn't have her shit; it was dog shit, and she put it on her shoe, and he came in and ate it like a dog. Like, and she got paid $2,000, and he thinks he's eating her shit, and it's like, that's not even her. She's
random dog shit. That's mental.
Sassy is she's just shit in the corner for me, and he's coming and eating that. As that's his fetish, and it's like lawyers and people who are like so high up.
Because it's like it's everything behind. Like they have to be so perfect, like in front of everyone. So they're like, okay, but I still don't get it. But you know, don't discriminate.
Yeah, I actually know a similar story. This girl was like selling her underwear online. She was actually with her partner for like years, and he was chill with it. So she'd sell her like little lingerie, like her honey birdette lingerie, but she'd get him to wear it to work, and he was like a tradie. So he would wear it like full day of work, sweating it, just like, you know, really really get it nice and dirty, and then they'd go and sell it.
Streaks in a room.
Yeah.
Like spots. It's like,
And they made a killing.
That is crazy. So he's just wearing a thong to work.
Yeah.
You see, like, this is the penis world.
Some guys have their side hustles, some guys deal drugs, some guys wear songs to work. Like, it's just that.
What is that little thong? I don't know.
This industry, though, it does give you so many avenues to like open up. Like, you wouldn't never have guessed that you would be fake shitting on a camera for a guy.
People are farting in jars these days. Like,
I've been asked.
Have you done that?
I haven't done it because I don't know. I just never. I don't get that many farts like that.
I don't fart.
But, no, I have. I had a guy who wanted me to film just like farting throughout the day. I never ended up doing it. It's just like I don't know when I'm gonna fart. I don't know if I'm just gonna like.
Go eat like a bunch of bad food and then like wait, hold it on.
No, but hot girls do have stomach issues.
Oh my God.
So
Why is this turned into the most grossest episode?
Like our pretty birthday, and we're like shit and farting. Have you ever had a crush on someone at work?
ooh, I actually have.
Really?
Like, oh wait, are we talking about a girl or are we talking about a customer? Yeah.
A customer? Yeah.
I have like work crushes, but guys, I have.
And would you ever date a stripper? If someone was you in male form, would you date them?
No.
Why?
Spend a lot of time focused on work. And if I put myself into like a guy, I'm working 4 nights a week, completely all night long. Then I'm sleeping, I go to work, I eat, I go to the gym, work. That's what my routine. If a guy was doing that to me, I couldn't handle it. I also just don't know if I could date. I don't know.
Although I'd agree.
Yes.
They come with a certain type of personality, and I think, no offense to the male strippers, but from what I've seen, they're
It's
very
different. It's so different.
So in love with themselves.
Yeah.
like up themselves. It's like you're just not that good.
I think obviously males have this very high libido. Women don't have that with stripping. I think that's why they're much better at stripping than males are.
Connect, I think, as well. Like, I know that, like, I'm at work. The only time when I did have my little work crush, I think I definitely was ovulated. The first thing. But bless him, he was stunning and so nice. Overall, I don't normally crush on guys I meet at work. I'm so switched on to the fact that I'm working, I'm sober.
Do you drink a lot at work?
Not at the club, but depending on jobs, I might. It just depends on the environment and depending on who I'm with. Because there's certain guys that are regular clients at work that I'll drink with. But when I'm consistently having to hustle, I prefer to be sober. Like, I prefer to know that I'm switched on and that like I'm focused at what I'm doing. Like, I'm working.
And were you always like that? Like when you started or?
No, probably not. When I first started, I was probably a bit more partying. I think I was the excitement of being in Melbourne and like dancing. It's just like, I was like, oh my God, I have to party, dance. Like, that's what guys want. But then as I realized how to hustle, how to speak to men and just like know that don't have to be this crazy person who's drunk for someone I didn't need to as much. Yeah. If I switched on a bit earlier, I would have made a lot more money. When I was 18, like, of course, I wasn't dancing. I would have been out partying. So it's just a difference in how I was making money. You do it, they're doing it. I think when you're doing it like that, it's so different. But now I'm more focused on the work side of it.
How do you handle working late nights and like running an OF business and keeping a social life?
It's definitely hard. You would have known me coming in. I'm not the most organized person. Before I burn myself out, I will make plans. I'll organize. I'll be like, okay, like, I'm working. I want to do this. I want to shoot. I want to do this. And then I forget to take me time. And then it will come to my one day off that I will be like, oh, this is my me time. And I'll be like, oh, shit, like, I've already made plans to go see friends and stuff. So I've definitely noticed I need to take more time. So I'll be like, okay, like this week, take it off the club, have that time to see your friends, have that time to be like, okay, I just need to sit at home and chill the fuck out. Okay, I do have like set times that I will be like, okay, I'm active for this. And then I know that I have my recovery time from the gym and my time that I'm like at the gym. I have my me time. And I do tell my subs like, look, I'm going out this weekend, so I'm probably not going to be active. Like, just letting you guys know.
Do you work the same days or night every week?
Yes. Yeah, I think that does help a bit. Because I have a trainer and I am trying to be at the gym a bit more, I prefer to keep my weekends to work and not work as much throughout the week. So I can keep my regular schedule of going to the gym, doing like my book clubs and all the little things I did, like all the extra things, so that I don't stuff that schedule up.
Your routine is best if you're doing like different days. You're like, how do I even plan my week when it's all thrown off? Yeah. And then like actually taking time for yourself is so important.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially, I think like lots of people like to say that our work isn't real work.
It's not true. Like, you guys probably do so much. I know you guys obviously do so much. I think so much OF girls do a lot that people don't see. Like, it's the editing towards stuff, the consistent being like active for people who want to know what your day-to-day is, like your girlfriend experience stuff.
Yeah.
is so much more than just a couple photos or like little clips. Like it's like I'm consistently on my phone. I'm consistently messaging people. I'm consistently posting on like you're on Twitter, you're on Reddit, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram. Like that's a lot. That can be so draining.
Yeah. It's very disciplined as well. Like you train and you work the nights.
Yeah,
Like
it definitely is awesome.
someone trying to do that, you do topless washing, stripping, and run an OF. It's like trying to balance all of them and like run social medias. That's like 3 businesses in one.
In one person. Yeah. So good job is what we're saying. Yeah. How many hours do you reckon you dedicate to your OnlyFans? You're consistently putting out content, and your OnlyFans is people that are on OnlyFans and they're kind of trying to structure it like a real business.
It's a bit of a tricky one because there is weeks that I might spend 2-3 hours a day that I am editing content and stuff. And then there might be a week that I might spend 2 straight days. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to smash content out, edit everything. And then I'll have the rest of the week free. I'll have next week kind of covered. So if I pre-plan enough, you might only need 2 or 3 straight days of just smashing out content and editing. And that is the best way to do it as someone who's trying to like run it as a proper business.
Do you find yourself you procrastinate in that time?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Which is why I prefer booking. If I'm in my own space, I will procrastinate more. Whereas if I book an Airbnb or I book somewhere to go to and shoot, I won't procrastinate as much because I'm in a space. I'm like, okay, like I've set this up. This is my time. This is how much space I have. All these different spaces I can work in this day. Or if I have someone to help me. Like recently, obviously I mentioned it earlier, like I've been trying to up my Instagram game a bit. It's just like my content make it more pop. And I've had other girls help, like making sure I have someone helping me film and helping with the lighting a bit more. And that makes you want to shoot more and be more motivated into it. So yeah, it makes you feel more confident in yourself as well. Like the more that I see that I look good and I feel good, I'm going to want to do it more.
What's 3 things the industry has taught you, good or bad?
Good is how to organize my money a bit better. Definitely have learned, and it's mostly through other girls, my confidence, be more confident and be more accepting of myself. It's the one thing I've noticed with having friends and like girls in the industry is that the minute you pick on yourself, they're like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're beautiful, you're stunning. Like, don't even second guess that. And I think that's massive. There's bad things I've learned, but I don't know, they're like learning to not trust everybody. I'm a very accepting person. I think because I am so kind to other people, I expect that they would be the same back to me.
Yeah.
I've noticed isn't necessarily the thing, and that's for men and women, unfortunately. So it's more learning to be like, okay, like double check what their motives are. No, you're nice doesn't mean
that they're going to be the same. Yeah, just because you've got a good heart doesn't mean that everyone else does as well.
And I think that has helped me to like be able to be like not take as much shit though, you know. Like I've been able to stand up for myself a lot more and learn that especially over the I think last year was massive for me because it was a lot of me being like, okay, like it goes against who I think I am, but it's making me stronger and making me able to like have more respect on myself to be like, actually, you cannot treat me that way, or what you said is not okay.
Like people pushing your boundaries in which environment? In work or?
Probably in friends and work, like girls who I've like been like, oh yeah, we're friends, but we also might work together. And there's certain boundaries that I've like think have been crossed between our friendship and work. And of course at work as well. I think I've always been very switched on when it comes to work. I don't accept much from men that I think is not okay. But that comes down to like, I think my mum and my upbringing being like, men cannot, you own the shit. Like, you know, like with friends, being able to stand up for myself.
Yeah. The industry just like from having these chats, it's like it teaches you so much as a woman and how to not like let your boundaries get crossed. And it just comes with time and like learning and situation.
I think having girls around you also like stand up for themselves and like know their boundaries, because I've been at toppy jobs or even at the club that I've know that a girl afterwards be like, oh, like I was a bit like iffy on if you should have done that, and I'm like, girl, always stand up for yourself. Like, always say like that is against my like I'm not okay with that, and if you're not comfortable saying it, get someone else to say it for you. Like,
yeah, it's difficult. Like I can say that I'm the same, but I wasn't like that at the start. I was very much like, oh, he's offering me money, and like if I stand up for myself, then I'm not going to make money, you know.
Money, like,
but you need to know the value of money. Like that money is not going to be worth your boundaries getting crossed and then you feeling like shit all day.
Exactly. Like you said, coming with time as well. I think we see the value of money and like how easy we can just go get it. So whether someone offers you something to do something that that crosses your boundaries, you're like, no, I'm good. 100%. You just know, like, that's not worth it.
Agree. I think that does come with time. Agree. Because I know there's definitely times I've been like, oh, he's paying really well. But now as I've gotten better at being able to hustle and being able to like adjust like what I should be paid for something, I'm like, oh, I actually wasn't paid that well, you know? But now I'm like, okay, like this is what I deserve and this is what I will get.
Yeah. Abundance, baby.
I've had like a night where I was like, no, I'm not doing dances. And this guy just wouldn't leave me alone. So then it went up to like $500 for a dance. And I was like, the minute you tell them no, or just like, and I was like, it was literally a 5-minute dance for 500. They're usually like 150. But why did you get into the industry? What was the thing that made you want to start?
Yeah, so funny or not, like I remember joking about it at school. I remember being like, I want to be a stripper. I don't know what triggered it at school, but I think I was 16. And I remember it was a friend of mine as well. We were both like, we're just going to be strippers. We're just going to make that money. And we just had like this big thing of it. It never, obviously, what got me into it from there, because I remember that moment. I was working for my vintage marketplace in Geelong on Paco Street. I'm not sure if you ever knew it or not. It's like an old vintage clothing shop. And one of the girls from Men's came in and did a photo shoot there. And I was like behind the camera. And I'm saying, what do you do? She's like, I'm a dancer. I was like, oh, what type of dance? And she's like exotic. And I was like, what? Like, what type of exotic? I was like, no, like, ooh. And she's like, I'm a stripper. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, tell me more. I was like, I've always been so fascinated. Like, I remember literally wanting to be a stripper. I was like, what, tell me more. And obviously she gave me a whole rundown. She worked at Men's, like how much she makes, like what she does. And she was like, you should just come in and see if you like it. And at the time I called Men's to make an interview. I don't think they were having girls. So I was like, you know what, I'm a cool centerfold. And I did my interview at centerfold. And that was from me meeting this girl, within like 2 weeks, I was in my interview. And like a month later, I was dancing. I want to do this. Like first night, I fucking loved it. Like I remember being shy, like I was shaking for my dance. But I remember finishing and being like, that was hot. Like I liked it. Like,
So through the pole dance?
yeah, I did do a pole before I went on stage. So it was my first one-on-one private dance. Pole, once I knew my interview was booked and I knew that I said from my interview that I would start in a month. I went straight into like doing pole classes because I was like, I at least need to know something. I knew I was going to be shy. So I was like, at least if I do some classes, like I'll feel a bit more confident.
You know what? That's such a smart idea. I feel like there needs to be, in the interview, the management just needs to say to the girls, like, even if you don't know how to dance on a pole, just go slow. Like, slow and sexy. All you have to do is walk around it, but just make sure you're slow, because I see so many girls that are like, you know, and it's like, it's not dancing. It's like sensual and slow. And
Yeah. I have so many dreams of like dancing on a pole, but I couldn't do it. It hurt so much. I tried. I don't know how you do it. Like my thighs.
it's hard. It's not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure.
That's another thing. Like all these people that judge strippers, it's like, you get on that pole.
Yeah, babe.
Like literally, thank you, Sylvie.
No problem.
Any new person wanting to get into topless waitressing, stripping, what would be your biggest tip?
I definitely think it's speaking to other people in the profession. Like speak to other girls that you trust or you know are trustworthy. And then I would say about me doing pole, for example, if you're going to get into stripping at the club, my number one thing that's trying to do pole beforehand just made me feel more confident in myself on my first night. When it comes to like toppies, I think maybe having like a buddy or having someone that, you know, will show you what to do and will be there to help you through your first little shift a bit.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Especially new girls in the industry. We always like to put multiple girls on jobs because it's just like how frightening walking into on your first job.
And all you have to do is just kind of watch. Like even in the lap dances, just watch what those girls are doing, and then you'll be able to just copy it.
Massive thing is watching, I think. Like, whenever I meet a girl at the club who's like, it's my first shift, I'm like, sit somewhere near the stage, take it all in. That is your last study.
Yeah. A really good answer. I love that. Thank you for being on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You helped us for our birthday episode. Happy birthday.
Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode.